fueled by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. By Toyota, moving forward. And by Dunlop Geomax. Take performance to the next level.
Great shot of downtown Toronto on the CN Tower here along the shores of Lake Ontario. Of course, the Rogers Centre, originally known as Sky Dome, sits right below the CN Tower. Looking at last week's winner, Blake Wharton.
That was a fantastic ride he had. He showed a lot of maturity, and let's take another look at it.
Watching Wharton here have an incredible run a week ago to that checkered flag. And talked to him today, and he said, you know, I just got to keep doing what I did last week and working on it a little bit further, and I'll be ready to go. Not really working on any one particular thing, he told me, Jeff, just continuing to improve on your overall program.
Yeah, you're just trying to build every segment of your program. And I tell you, there's one rider here today that made a big statement, and that was Justin Barcia's teammate, Justin Bogle. And Bogle set the fastest qualifying time today with a 47.8. Now, we just seen in that first heat, we seen Malcolm Stewart come out and do a 46.8. To put it into perspective, Stewart was 2 seconds a lap faster than his fastest. So if Bogle comes out and does the same thing because of the track conditions, Bogle could possibly be down in the 45-second lap time range. Take a look at it, but this is a rookie here, and I'm telling you, he is starting to find his stride. He's going to be pressing everyone for the win here tonight.
Bogle ready to go, getting himself focused up.
Doesn't seem to have any jitters, you know, he just stepped right in. He's been ultra comfortable from the get-go here.
Final words of encouragement. The 30-second board is about to drop and we'll be underway. 9 more riders going to transfer to the main. Jake Canada in the 57, hoping he's one of them.
He's been putting in some great rides here
Sure
lately
has.
also.
Focused on the gate. Here it comes. Baggett on the 12, trying to take the whole shot, and he's going to get squeezed a little bit, Jeff, there by the 36 of 35, I should say. That's Darren Durham. And then Baggett drops another 4 or 5 positions in the pile as they all battle through that big berm turn. One rider down.
I believe that was Tyler Bright, if I'm not mistaken. So he's going to be faced with some challenge of riding from the back. But if you look at 2 riders we were talking about here, Wharton on the Suzuki and Bogle on the Honda, both rider on the top 5, just behind Baggett.
Here comes Wharton making the challenge for 3rd on Baggett. He's got him. Now he's going to go after Sean Wright, who sits right there in 2nd, and Wharton trying to make quick work of him. But Wright holds him off. Can he do it at the next corner?
And that's what the win does for you, Ralph. All of a sudden, you get this feeling of belonging that, hey, I belong up front. Anybody that's in front of me, I'm just going to attack them and get by. Now, in contrast, last season, Blake Baggett here, the number 12, he rode like that. But so far, Baggett's had a couple of good finishes, but nothing great. And his confidence just seems to not be there. He does not have the eye of the tiger like he has had in the previous couple of years.
Wright doing a nice job in that Honda, holding on to 2nd.
Bogle
with
it.
Problems. He stalls it and then gets hit from behind, and that just compounds things as Nicoletti ran into him, and Wharton goes around the outside of Wright in that big bull turn to take 2nd place away. Now, can he run down Durham? Durham is about 2.2 seconds in front.
And Bogle gets going, and there were only 2 riders behind him when he finally got his bike started. So he's got his work cut out for him, and possibly, since we're already halfway through this heat race, looks like Bogle could get some extra track time if he has to go to the LCQ.
Baggett also got around Wright, so he's now up to 3rd. Wright sits 4th, and Baggett just tacking on to the backside of Wharton and taking a pull up through the field here.
See just how Wharton hits his lines. Now watch what he does here through this rhythm section. Single, double, should go triple. Now see Baggett trying a different line, but it really doesn't gain him any time. Warden riding the high line, trying to carry some momentum through these whoops here. And you see these riders' bikes, front wheel, back wheel kind of going up and down, okay? Not really getting across the top like we seen in Heat 1 when Malcolm Stewart was just absolutely flying through there.
Wharton hasn't really lost any time to Durham, hasn't gained a ton either. He's pretty much holding steady with just a couple of laps remaining here in this heat race.
Wharton crossed the stripe 2.3 seconds behind Durham. Wharton did have the fastest lap time of anyone that lap, but it was a 48.6. Malcolm Stewart turned to 46.8. That's 2 seconds a lap. So these guys are gonna have to pick it up, or when we get to the main event, it's gonna be all the Heat 1 riders out there taking all the podium spots.
Wanlinger having problems on his 812. Meanwhile, it's Lansing on 192 that has the final transfer spot. Here comes Bogle trying to charge up through.
This could be it for Bogle.
Battling with Catanzaro right now. Bogle is in 12th. He's got to get a few more.
If we've got Lansing 192 and 9, we'll check it as they come across the stripe because quite a bit can happen in one lap. And yeah, that's, or no, sorry, Lansing has dropped back.
Yeah,
it's
Lansing's dropped. Bogle's still in 12th. Week has the final transfer spot now as Lansing's going in the wrong direction.
So there's Bogle with that classic one-footed style. He really likes to take his leg off, use it as, you know, kind of the balance in the air.
A rudder,
yeah,
if you will.
As so right there, there's Catanzaro's 93, Week is 78. Pellegrini's dropping. Could be close for Bogle here.
Bogle tries, cuts back inside. Oh, makes a bit of a mistake. He had a great line there, and it cost him. Now he's going to work the outside. Can he cut down through here? If he could split them, Jeff, that would have been a really good move. Instead, he's going to try to gas it still around the outside to the white flag. They touch in midair, and they go down hard. And they both are able to stand up and run off the track. Oh, man, that was a big problem right there with Pellegrini on the 941, and Bogle drops back to his knees. Oh, man.
And in case you're scoring, that was Bogle was in 10th.
Checkered flag falls. Durham's going to get the win, but look who was right there behind him. We had so much action going on with Bogle coming up through the field. We didn't get a chance to see Wharton closing on him, and the Asterisk medical crew is there to check on Bogle. There's Mike LaRocco, team manager for the Geico Honda squad. The former Supercross star has walked up. Let's watch this again, Jeff.
Okay, now watch as both riders come over. They're both trying to kind of stay away from each other, but as Bogle was trying to ride the right side, Pellegrini was fading. And Bogle goes down pretty hard. It looked like he landed on Pellegrini's bike. One more look at it. Pellegrini definitely was fading from his left to right and got into the side of Bogle.
How about Catanzaro? What a view he must have had, seeing those two guys crashing in front of him, not wanting to hit either one, and he was able to avoid what could have been a disastrous situation.
Notice the look of frustration here because this rookie, he was absolutely flying here today, fastest qualifier, and now he's finding himself a little beat up and a trip to the LCQ.
That's Mike LaRocco right there, his team manager, asking if he's all right.
Eddie Casillas from the Asterisk Medical Unit, of course, friendly face for all of us, and the riders on the track.
There you look at it. Catanzaro gets that final transfer spot. And we talked about Jake Canada. Jake does get a transfer spot, but Darren Durham gets the win. Well, Darren, pressure was really being applied to you at the end of that one with Blake Wharton charging hard. Did you hear him coming?
Yeah, I heard him coming. I was making some mistakes out there. The track's pretty tough tonight. It's real loose and a little rocky, so I was just trying to hit my lines. Hopefully I can hit them a little better in the main. So it's all good, man. I'm pumped to get another heat race win. I'd like to thank Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki, Thor Parts Unlimited, Volcom, Maxima Dunlop, Scott, Vans, Specialized Bicycles, and Traxxas. Whoever else I forgot, the whole team, my family. pumped. Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, Darren, that was a great ride out there. Do you feel that this track in the main event, the start is going to be one of the keys, or what do you think?
Yeah. I think the start's going to be really important. The roost hurts bad tonight. Luckily, I didn't have to have any of that race, but yeah, it's going to be tough. The start's going to be important, and I'm going to try to rip the whole shot and run with it.
And now that the track is starting to break in, are those marbles, those rocks really starting to come up to make it tough in the turns? Yeah,
the track's a lot looser than it was in practice, so it took me a while to kind of get used to it, but I think you're going to have to steer with the rear wheel a lot and just try to ride the best you can, man. That's all you can do.
Good luck.
Thank you.
1 week ago in Indy, Justin Brayton and Brett Metcalf proved they had the stuff to run up front, taking home heat race victories. An unpredictable 16 laps awaits as Supercross elite riders look for a spot in tonight's main event. You're watching Speed's live coverage of Monster Energy Supercross.